Hey folks, it's the Red, and welcome back to the Crash Bandicoot Wrath of Cortex No Damage Run. Quickly, into the Vortex! Even though it's not ready and we have no idea what it could do.
Crash, you've been a naughty boy, but now that's going to end.
So here we are at Cortex Vortex. This is the level I would consider the most difficult out of all the platforming levels in the game. This first section right here is a pretty strong culprit of that as well. Because of the way that the electric fences are positioned, it's a little difficult to tell where the platforms are that you need to jump to. That combined with the camera that seems to be much further away than it needs to, it can be a little difficult to gauge the distance of your jumps as well. But other than that, it's a pretty neat callback to the Crash 2 levels where we were running away from the boulder and the giant polar bear while dodging around electric traps similar to those. And speaking of Crash 2 callbacks, we also have the return of the shield-pushing lab assistants. But now that we have the death tornado spin, we can get past them with pretty relative ease. Make sure you're doing low jumps when you're going around these electric traps here so that you don't accidentally hit your head on them. It can be a little easy to do that if you're jumping too high. And up ahead, we're going to have more of those electric traps that we need to jump underneath, but also a nitro crate up ahead that we need to jump over, so pretty precise jumping needed to get through there. Good, solid platforming challenge, I find. Now, as for these electric bars that are going up and down, they have a deceptively large hitbox, so you want to make sure that they are all the way a good ways up before you try to run underneath them, so that you don't accidentally hit your head on them. But honestly, I think the best way to get past them is when they're at the bottom and fully retracted, and then just jump over them. That would be the safer way to do it anyway. Now, pay attention up ahead. There is a beaker-throwing lab assistant on the other side of that electric fence, throwing beakers right on the Wumpa trail. Pretty nasty trap, so definitely watch out for that. Other than that, we've basically just got a lot of electric traps that we're going to be moving and jumping around throughout this level, so expect to make good use of your jump/double jump. Especially for electric floors like this. A slide jump is not enough to get over that. You're pretty much going to need to use your double jump to get over that. Okay, we've got some block puzzles going on here. Box puzzles. Carefully jump over this, avoid the nitro, and you should be able to get through all that without too much issue. But then turn around and set everything off. Even if you take out the arrow crate, you can still reach the one-up with a double jump, because your double jump has quite a bit of height to it. Now, if you don't just want to use the Fruit Bazooka to take out those boxes over there, which would be the safe way to do it, you can stand at the edge of this platform and then just jump straight across and be able to hit this bounce crate, no problem. Then just hit the TNT, claim the rest of your goodies, and get out of there. Now, because of the way this warp room is set up, if we go on and collect the crystal and leave the level, we won't be able to come back and do the green gem path until after we've beaten the boss. So we're going to go ahead and do the green gem path first, and see what kind of challenges await us here. As you could probably expect, just harder versions of what we've seen already. Once again, make sure that you're being mindful of where the electric bars are. Once again, I recommend jumping over them instead of going underneath them, except during this part where you kind of have to. Also, kind of take it slow so that you don't accidentally walk into the nitro. And this jump right here is a little uncomfortable because we have to jump low enough to avoid the electricity, but jump between the nitro. Alright, here we go. Okay. Pretty tricky jump. I suppose if you wanted to, you can also take them out with the Fruit Bazooka and make it a little safer. And this section right here would be another reason why we would need to come down the green gem path first. If we took out the nitro detonator, we wouldn't be able to get across here. I don't think even a double jump and death tornado spin would be able to get us across here. Also, make sure that you never stop on nitro, because it will count as touching the nitro as well, and you will take damage that way. Actually, it's over a bottomless pit, so you're just going to fall and die. Now, we have 4 lab assistants all firing at one spot of the platform, so we're going to need to jump to the other one on the other side of this electric fence here, once we have a clear opening to do so. Alright, let's go for it. Ugh. Yeah, it can be very difficult to get over here, so let's go ahead and get you out of here. Okay, we got another pretty wide jump that we need to make here. I don't even know why that platform is there. Alright, looks like we can land to the left or the right side pretty safely. Ugh. Okay, now we just need to get over to them. Excuse me. Now, this is another rather tight jump. I would recommend doing a slide jump and then a death tornado spin once the bar has been retracted. And let's go for it. And with that, we got our gem. But we're not quite done here, so I will see you in a minute after we've reconvened at the regular path. Okay, so here we are back where we connected with the green gem path, so let's continue down the main path. There is an Aku Aku crate shortly after the green gem path, so if you want to go in with an Aku Aku crate, that's a good place to go and get one. And you don't have to go backtrack too far to get to the green gem path. Just got some more box goodies to collect here. Make sure you take out the TNTs before you go body slamming the steel crates, naturally. And let's move on. Count out your bounces on this bounce crate and you can collect all the Wumpas on your way out. Of course, be careful of the nitros as well. And look at this! A free invincibility, because they want you to just run right through all those nitros and take out everything in your path. But we're not going to do that, because obviously we have the no Aku Aku rule in place for a reason. No, we're going to be getting through here with raw skill. Nah, just kidding. We're going to run and jump our way across this, because that's how the pros do it. Thankfully, these guys are throwing their potions in tandem, so we could just run right across that way. They just go ahead and get you out of the way. If you're going to try and do it my way, I would recommend just jumping on their heads, give them the old Goomba stomp. And then just kind of carefully navigate your way across all this, and there we go. There's our crystal, kind of blending in with the background, the 25th and final of the game. Okay, so now just a few lab assistants left to get past. Once again, mind your timing. We're going to try and jump across after they shoot and after the bars are retracted all the way. One more shot. And let's go for it. Careful of the potion lab assistant that is throwing between these two other lab assistants. You could very easily wind up getting hit by that as you're jumping across. And then do a death tornado spin to get across there. Wow, I took him out with a Wumpa fruit. Stylish. Anyway, nitros are gone, and there's our box completion gem. With that, we've now got all the goodies in this level. And with that, everything is done in Cortex Vortex. I stand by what I said. That was a pretty tough platforming level. But you know what? It was still pretty fun. I like a good platforming challenge here and there. But if this is your first time playing the game, expect this one to be a bit of a life drainer. That being said, we've got a pretty good share of outtakes to have a look at, so we'll have a look at those. And be sure to join us next time as we take on the next boss, Crunch Time. See you then! Oh! I was trying to go for the arrow crate. That was dumb. But that's a pretty solid platforming challenge. Oh. Well, I guess that's a pretty solid platforming challenge, too. When they're all the way down, but sometimes you need to... Uh-oh. Well, don't do that. And miss everything entirely and lose a life at the same time. And let's get out of there. Woo! Oh! That was almost slick. I mean, I got off of there just as the platforms were being exploded. I mean, that was impressive. It's a little difficult to tell where the platforms are that you need to jump on. Of course, we'll just slide right into nitro. Sure, why not? Almost to the bomb, rather. Wow, hit detection. precision needs to be more exact than before. And mine is not. The way these electric fences are positioned, it's kind of difficult. Oh. Yeah. Distance. That was another problem. I don't even know why I did a slide jump there. What was I even thinking? Oi! We don't actually need to go across that line because we can... Oh, just jump right into the explosions. That's a good plan. Except we have the death tornado spin, so... Wow. Well, I guess he showed me. Really looked like I hit my head on that electric trap. I'm grateful that it didn't. Oh. And then I go into that one like a doofus. Oi! I have no comment for that. And now we've got some crates that we need to bounce on. Hit this bounce... Not the nitro! Just gonna wait for an opening to get across, and let's go. Well, I got hit by something. And up ahead, we're gonna have a very tight jump. Yeah, didn't exactly play out how I'd hoped. Alright, let's go for it. Ooh! Oh! There's no invisible wall there! Now I know. Whoops. Once I have my opening, I'm gonna go for this guy. Oh! Not quite what I was looking for. Yeah, Death Tornado Spin makes... gravity? I'm confused.